Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video I am going to be giving you the specification differences between the Montra Celtic 2.1 and the Posst object. So first things first, the frame. Montra has an alloy frame, aluminum frame with an alloy fork, and the Posst it's a steel frame with a full carbon fork. Okay, and then the next one, Montra originally had a bad wheel set, the stock one. Now I have changed it to the Shimano RS 100 wheels, front and rear. The Posst object has a pair of Campagnolo Scirocco 35mm wheels. So this is 35mm deep, whereas here it's I think 24mm as per the specification. So you can see the difference here. It's almost around 1 centimeter of difference that you will find between the rim depths of these two wheels. Okay, 24mm, 35. And then the next one is the Groupset. Here originally it was a Tourney, now it's a Shimano Claris Groupset, Shimano Claris crank, and then a SRAM 8-speed rear cassette. It's a very close ratio cassette, 12:23. Claris rear derailleur, Tektro brakes front and back, and then Claris shifters. Here it's 8-speed and that's 2-speed. And here on the Posst we've got a Campagnolo Centaur Groupset. It's a Campagnolo Centaur crank. In Shimano they call it as Holotech. In Campagnolo it's called as I think okay, in Campagnolo it's called as the Ultra Torque crankset. So this plus half of the bottom bracket part and that crank plus another half, they both join together in the middle. So that's how it works. And then it's a 1232 cassette, so it's got good climbing range, which was not there on the 8-speed Claris. I could have fit a bigger one. The original on this was a 28 teeth. I have changed it to 1223 to get a closer ratio and a faster shift. So now it shifts very fast, but again I don't have very large gear range. Whereas on this it's got 11 speed, so it's got all the gears that are there in the 8 speed plus 3 additional gears as well. It's a good gear range. And then the center rear derailleur and Campagnolo ergo power shifters and brakes from Campagnolo Centaur. So here the brake does only the brake. This is for the upshifts, this is for the downshifts. In Shimano system you've got this for the upshift, this for the downshifts, and brakes here, so integrated 2-in-1 system. And the difference between the brakes is really wide. The Campagnolo brakes, they are superb in modulation and braking. This is sand here. So these are Centaur brakes, they are superb in modulation and braking. Amazing brakes compared to Shimano's system. Here what we could do or what we can do to improve the braking is, see these brake cables that run here, these are high friction type cables and the cheap ones. So by upgrading this to a very low friction cable, braking can be improved by significantly even on this system as well. So that we'll see later. Okay, and then the next one is coming to the cockpit part. Okay, this is just a light which I have put now. The aero bars, I have not shifted them there. Aero bars are here, and then it's a 420mm handlebar with 100mm reach. Here we've got 420mm bar with 75mm reach, and the stem as well. Yeah, the stem is the same, 90mm on this and 90mm on this. Okay, and then the next difference would be between the weights of these two bikes. So the Posst object, despite being a steel bike, weighs around 9.6 kilograms in this particular configuration. It's 52 size with the pedals, the pedal cage, the bottle cage, and the speedometer, etc. So it weighs around 9.6 kilograms. Montra weighs around 11 to 11.2 kilograms. So when you lift the two cycles, you will feel the weight difference clearly. So it's around 1.5 to 1.7 kgs of difference between the two easily. Okay, and then apart from that, we've got the saddle. Saddle here is a Montra race saddle, no cutout or ridge here. Here we've got Selle Italia Flow saddle with a cutout in the middle. A very good saddle. So this is with regards to the specification differences between the two bikes. And apart from that, you can see the geometry difference. Both are endurance type itself. Both are built for doing long distances and not out and out race bikes. But you can clearly see that the top tube is a lot more sloping on the Montra. The stem sits at a little higher distance compared to on the what is there on the Posst. So when I sit on the saddle, the front end is raised on the Montra by almost 30 millimeters, 20 to 30 millimeters when compared to the Posst. But here it is raised higher, pushed further, because the handlebar, the reach is longer. This reach is longer, so I sit with the front end raised higher, pushed further. But on this, front end is lower and a bit closer, so that's how it is. Apart from that, it's almost similar. So this is with respect to the specifications of the two. In the next video, I'm going to tell you how different do they actually feel when riding.